From fresh credit support for MSMEs under ECLGS 5.0 and SEBI's warning over AI-driven cyber threats to India's push to formalize its growing care economy. Here are the top business and policy stories shaping SMEs this week. And I am Swati Vajpayee here to tell you all about them. The centre has now cleared ECLGS 5.0, the latest version of the Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme to help MSMEs deal with the rising financial stress caused by the ongoing West Asia disruption. So what exactly is it? Under ECLGS 5.0, the government will guarantee additional loans given by banks to businesses. That means banks can lend more easily because the government takes on most of the default risk. For MSMEs, the guarantee cover is 100%. Businesses can get additional working capital of up to 20% of their peak working capital used in Q4 of financial year 2026, with loans capped at 100 crore rupees. The scheme aims to unlock nearly 2.55 lakh crore in fresh credit flow across sectors. SBI estimates nearly 1.1 crore MSMEs accounts coordination with average additional credit support of around 2 to 2.3 lakh per account. Now, why does this matter? Because many MSMEs are facing higher input costs, supply chain disruptions, export uncertainty, and rising oil-linked expense due to tensions in West Asia. This scheme gives them immediate liquidity to pay salaries, manage inventory, continue production, and avoid shutting operations. Earlier versions of ECLGS launched during COVID reportedly helped prevent lakhs of MSMEs accounts from turning into non-performing assets. Indian Markets Regulator Security and Exchange Board of India or SEBI has raised a red flag over advanced AI-powered cybersecurity tools like Claude Mythos, warning that they could become a double-edged sword for the financial system. According to SEBI, these AI tools are capable of identifying software vulnerabilities at massive speed and scale. While that can help companies detect weaknesses faster, regulators fear the same technology could also be misused by attackers to exploit those vulnerabilities before they are fixed. The regulator has specifically highlighted concerns around data confidentiality, application integrity, reliability of AI-generated outputs, and large-scale cyber exploitation risks. To tackle this, SEBI has now created a dedicated task force called Cyber Suraksha AI. The group includes representatives from market infrastructure, institutions, registrars, regulated entities, and other stakeholders from the securities ecosystem. Why is this important? Because India's stock market ecosystem is deeply interconnected. A cyber attack on one critical participant like an exchange, broker, depository, or clearing entity could potentially trigger a cascading impact across broader financial system. SEBI says AI is now changing the nature of cyber threats and regulators need to stay ahead before the risks become systematic. India's care economy, from child care and elderly care to domestic caregiving, is financially getting policy attention. A new working paper by Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister says India now needs to treat caregiving not as a private family burden but as a critical social and economic infrastructure. Why does this matter? Because India's demand for caregivers is expected to cross 30 million by 2050, driven by aging population, urbanization, and changing family structures. The paper proposes a complete roadmap to formalize the sector. That includes a dedicated Parivar Seva Kosh or Family Care Fund under the Finance Ministry, building a trained and better paid care workforce, creating quality standards and certification systems, policy reforms across ministries through an interministerial care framework, boosting finance for care infrastructure and carepreneur startups and business in care sector. The report also highlights a huge hidden reality: unpaid care worker in India, largely done by women, is estimated to be worth nearly 15 to 17% of GDP. The larger goal is economic as well as social. Formalizing the care economy could create millions of jobs, increasing women's workforce participation, support working families, and prepare India for its demographic transition. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of SMEs This Week. You stay tuned. I'll see you same time, same day next week.